Hey, it's Yasuki Wolf. I am the game designer for Arcatype, and this video is going to explain how to set up the game. We'll start out by checking out the contents of the game. The battlefield map. 4 playmats. The God deck. The Arcana deck. Unit cards. SP counters. Health counters. Player gates. Risk tiles. Spike trap. Bottomless pit. Teleport tile. Abyss gates. A 6-sided die. Unit pieces. In a 4-player game, you use 4 playmats. After placing the 4 mats like so, you then place player gates onto the map. After placing the player gates, place the abyss gates onto the map. And after placing the abyss gates onto the field, you then place the risk tiles like so. You then shuffle the Arcana deck and place it on the side of the field. Leave enough space to create a discard pile. In a similar way, you then shuffle the God deck and place it on the opposite end of the battlefield map. Place an Abyssal Goblin unit piece on top of each of the Abyssal gates. And with that, the basic setting for a 4-player game is finished. Now I'll explain how to set up for 3 players. In basically the same manner as before, we start off by placing 3 playmats as shown in the video. Each player uses 1 playmat, so you use 3 playmats for a 3-player game. Next, each player chooses a color to represent their player gate, and you place the player gates onto the battlefield as shown in the video. After the player gate, you then place the abyssal gates in the pattern as shown. You then place the risk tiles onto the map as shown. And again, you place 1 abyssal goblin atop each of the abyssal gate tiles. And just as we explained for the 4-player game, you take the Arcana deck and God deck, shuffle them and place them on the sides of the battlefield. So lastly, I'll explain the setting for a 2-player game. For a 2-player game, you place 2 playmats as shown above. And then proceed to place the player gates, and then the abyssal gates. After the player gates and the abyssal gates have been placed, you then place the risk tiles, again in the pattern as shown in the video. And once again, you will shuffle the Arcana deck and God deck and place them separately on opposite sides of the battlefield. Remember also to place 1 Abyssal Goblin on top of each of the Abyssal gates. So that's the basics of how to set up a game for 2 to 4 players. Next, I'd like to explain how to set up your playmat. The setup for your playmat will be the same for any game, whether it's a 2-player, 3-player, or 4-player game. Each player will place the SP counter and 3 health counters onto the playmat as shown in the video. Your unit cards will go on top of your playmat as well, but first let me explain how to draft your unit cards. So first you will shuffle all the unit cards and pass them out one at a time to each of the players. So now each player should have a hand of unit cards. The video is going to be showing a 2-player unit draft, but the basic concept is the same whether it's 2 players, 3 players, or 4 players. Each player can pick 1 card that they want to keep from their hand, and then pass the remaining cards to the player on their right. After receiving cards from the player on your left, you can then choose another card to put into your party, and pass the cards again, repeating this process until you have a party of 3 unit cards. There are 3 card types, separated by color. Cards with a green background are defenders, red backgrounds are attackers, and blue backgrounds are supporters. For the best game balance, it's suggested that you select one of each type for your party. If there are any unit cards left over after each player has selected their party of 3 cards, the remaining cards are put away and will not be used in this game. Each player will then place the party of 3 cards onto their playmat and rotate the health counter so that it matches the unit's health status. So lastly, we have to get all the unit pieces together. Using the same color as your player gate, each player puts together 6 unit pieces, 1 for each of the card's pre-evolved and evolved forms. After you've put all the unit pieces together, you can place them above your unit cards, as shown in the video. And that's the basics of how you set up your game. I'll explain the basic progression of the game in our next video. So until next time, yoroshiku.